Hi, I'm Robert Naini, your spray foam advisor, and the guy in the Hawaiian shirt. I wear the Hawaiian shirt as a symbol of freedom and flexibility, something that all business owners should want to achieve. And one of my goals is to help 100 spray foam business owners set up their business in a way that gets them that freedom and flexibility that they're looking for. This includes providing spray foam training, education, tips and tricks, business fundamentals, and even coaching and consulting services.
Today, I want to talk about alternate options for fire protection based on special approval testing. First, let's think about an attic. Imagine spraying foam to the underside of a roof deck and then trying to cover it in such a way that the foam is not exposed with one of the code-prescribed ignition barrier products. This means 1.5-inch mineral fiber, 1/4-inch wood structural panel, 3/8-inch particle board, 1/4-inch hardboard, 3/8-inch gypsum, 16-inch corrosion-resistant steel, 1.5-inch cellulose insulation, or 1/4-inch fiber cement panel? Now that's tough. Luckily, both the IRC and IBC allow for special approvals based on large-scale testing. Several years ago, the spray foam industry developed acceptance criteria for spray polyurethane foam called AC377. This document describes lots of testing that is used to evaluate spray foam products. And one part of this document, Appendix X, describes an alternate test assembly that allows a spray foam product to be installed in an attic or crawl space that is limited to the service of utilities without a code-prescribed ignition barrier. So basically, if a manufacturer passes this test, which is a modified NFPA 286 test, then the specific product that was tested is approved to be installed in the way that it was tested. If you look at all the spray foam products on the market today, almost all closed cell spray foams intended for construction applications pass this test with the foam exposed and no additional fire protection. And a few open cell foams also pass this test with bare foam exposed and no additional fire protection. But most open cell foams require an intumescent coating applied over the foam to pass this Appendix X fire test. Now, a key point that must be made here. Passing the Appendix X test with a coating means that the use of the system, the specific foam with that specific coating at that thickness minimum for the coating, omits the prescribed ignition barrier. It does not make the intumescent coating an ignition barrier. Intumescent coatings are not ignition barriers. They're only approved as tested over specific spray foam products. The same applies for spray foam and intumescent coating systems that meet the interior finish requirements of the building code. When these systems pass a full-scale NFP 286 test in accordance with the interior finish acceptance criteria of the IBC, the use of the system omits the code-prescribed thermal barrier. It does not make the intumescent coating a thermal barrier. One final thought: where would you use a spray foam with an intumescent coating as an interior finish? Probably not in a living space of a residential building. That wouldn't look quite right, would it? But there are a few places you might consider using one of these interior finish systems in lieu of gypsum board, such as when the owner wants a storage area in an attic or crawl space, or when you're fully conditioning an attic or crawl space with supply and return. That's going to violate a lot of the criteria in your ES reports, and you're going to have to provide thermal barrier protection or an interior finish system, and you can do it with these systems. What about above a drop ceiling that is not fire rated? Or when the owner wants to leave the foam exposed on the underside of the roof, like in a restaurant, a big box store, a warehouse, or a convention center? These types of applications can all benefit from foam and coating that meet an interior finish acceptance criteria in accordance with the building code. This has been a few thoughts on intumescent coatings and how they work with spray foam to meet building code requirements. This has been Robert Naini, your spray foam advisor and the guy in the Hawaiian shirt. Thanks for checking me out, and catch me on some more videos.
If you found this video helpful, then it would probably be valuable to your friends in the spray foam industry. So help us all out and send it to 3 or 4 people that you know. Additionally, if you have any questions, want info on a specific topic, or want to learn how Spray Foam Advisor might be able to help you or your business, you can email us at questions@sprayfoamadvisor.com. This has been Robert Naini, your Spray Foam Advisor, and the guy in the Hawaiian shirt. Thanks for checking this out, and catch me on some more videos.